Hang on. There we go. There we go. There we go. I was going to do music and then I decided to not do music. So let's do this. I'm going to check. I'm going to check my theory. Okay, we're still up. We're still up, but it's still acting weird. It's still acting weird. So we will see. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Let's talk about here, just to be safe, man. I hate to get rid of this, but just to be safe, we'll just do the Picard oopsie there. I'm trying to be as child friendly as possible. 13 and over, of course. This is not made for children, obviously, but family friendly. That's the word I'm looking for. Family friendly. There we go. God, that's so distracting when that happens. Now, Release the Snyder Cut was victorious today, ladies and gentlemen. So let's give it up to Ryan, Cannell, Lethal Lightning, those cosplayers who went out and everybody clowned, who put out that banner. Let's give it up to John Campia, who I'm sure will be a humble man and eat his crow, his humble pie filled with crow today. Listen, I've never understood. Listen, if you don't like Justice League in the Zack Snyder universe, I understand that. There's a lot of problems with him. Like I said before, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was terrible. And I wasn't a big fan of The Flash, we'll say, but Gal Gadot, however you say her last name, great as Wonder Woman. Henry Cavill is Superman. He is Super. Ben Affleck was a great Batman, and I would love to see him be in Dark Knight Returns. You can age him up a little bit. I think it would be great. Or do it, 5 or 10 years. He's not a young guy. And and Jason Momoa as Aquaman is something I like. And I'm blanking on what's his name who's Shazam. Thought he was good too. I like both those movies. I own every single DCEU movie, including Suicide Squad. So yes, because I am a comic book superhero fan. So I own all the crappy MCU movies, and there are some crappy MCU movies. There are. There's some really good ones. I don't think they've been great. Infinity War was great, but the last great one for me was Winter Soldier. Civil War was really good, but not great. Was really good though. It was really good. Lately I've been rewatching the Dread, which is one of the greatest comic book adaptations ever. I love Sin City. I love The Crow. That's the kind of stuff I really like. But man, I am excited. I can't wait to see Release the Snyder Cut. And that is a victory for fandom. So if you are about, I think there's your line right there when you see who's about the fans and who isn't about the fans. And Release the Snyder Cut was 1000% fan driven, and we need to support that. Now, the Access Media, obviously, they're going to come out against it because they're not about the fans. They've never been about the fans, and they don't like the fans. You will see a lot of creatives who don't like the fans, and you will see the ones who embrace the fans. Seth MacFarlane, whether you agree with the man politically or not, he embraces the fandom. He does not alienate the fandom. His whole crew is about togetherness, and I mean the crew that's working on the Orville right now. These are people who enjoy discord and enjoy the conversation and don't want to silence people. While they may not agree with you, they respect you as a human being. We're not seeing a lot of that out of Hollywood lately because of the games that they play. The games that they have been playing lately, which have been alienating a large portion of the fandom, and they are being used to discriminate. Okay, so yes, they are using terms like inclusive and diverse to discriminate. And, I talked about that a little bit in my Batwoman video. the hiring practices of the CW when it comes to Batwoman in particular are illegal. They're illegal, and they're saying these things out loud because they know nothing's going to happen to them. And while it's all well and good for that in particular group to them, the thing is, it can be used later against them if we start skirting laws, disrespecting laws, because we think we have a higher calling. That almost sounds religious, doesn't it? Doesn't it? So there's a reason those laws are on the books, and it is to help people like that, and I thank God we have them. But if we start skirting them for what we think is the greater good, it doesn't usually work out for the greater good in the long run. The big picture, that's the thing I am always concerned with. Paranoid, I've been called, but it helps. It does help. So, greetings, everybody. Let's see who's here. Trout, welcome. According to Christy, welcome. Thank you for being here with your rents. Zero Duality, what is up, my friend? Sean, greetings, Sean. Jedi Knight and friend to Alita. Man, I'm bummed that we're probably not going to get an Alita sequel. But we got the movie. Okay, it's a great movie. I own it, and I've seen it multiple times. And I think I'm forgetting her name now, but the lead actress was so good in that. Was so good. Acted circles around Miss Larkson, in my opinion. And that's what sold the film, honestly, was her performance. So yes, you can get a good performance out of mocap. Andy Serkis has proven that. So well done. What's up, Ron White? What's up, Ryo? What's up, James Wilson? Peter Ford, greetings. Thank you for the super chat. I will get to it momentarily. And again, thanks everyone who donates to the channel. I mentioned it in my super chat square up. I can't express how grateful I am to you guys, because if it wasn't for that right now, I don't know, at least in the first part of the lockdown, I don't know how we would have paid our bills. And we've been able to maintain paying our bills on time, and I don't blame anybody who can't right now, because my wife was forced to close her salon. It is still it's at curbside pickup, which I don't know how good that does a salon, but my wife, see, this is why she's my strong female lead. Does she sit back and wait for the government to help her? Does she sit back and wait for Mr. Newsom to come out with a response? No. She figures out a way to make her salon work while it's at curbside pickup, and she's turned it into a retail location. And she did it in a matter of a couple of weeks. She did it by herself, and now she's bringing in cheddar. Why? Because she didn't sit back and wait for something to happen. That's right. That's right. That's what a strong female lead does. Doesn't sit back and wait for no man to save her, or wait for some group to come save her. Because they don't need a group. Individually, you need to be strong on your own. And that's the horrible lesson that those hiring practices at the CW, that's the horrible message it sends. That, and then, what kind of questions, if we start skirting those laws, what kind of questions are they going to start asking? Who are you married to? What's their religious belief? We start getting into some very invasive questions if we start skirting those laws. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it just made me think about it. That's the thing I'm concerned about. They're going to start having the state asking very personal questions, which they're not supposed to do. All right. So releasing the Snyder. We'll start with the good news today. All right, we're going to go to bounding into comics here. I had that set up for the last live stream. And I've got to constantly check and make sure we're still up. Yep, that's good. The great John F. Trent, personal friend of mine. And yeah, I'll shill for them. I will shill for them all day long. Sorry, let me get to this real quick. There we go. I have to do some adjusting. There we go. That's real professional, I know. But it works out. Hey, Kingsford. Get some Kingsford for your barbecue. A lot of people have been barbecuing lately. because what else you going to do? That's pretty good. I don't want to cover the chat. All right. So, Zack Snyder confirms Justice League Snyder Cut for HBO Max. New synopsis released. Oh, I'm so fired up for this. I am so fired up for this. Let's check it out. All right. Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League director was asked directly when he will release the Snyder Cut following a watch party of Man of Steel. Snyder initially answered the question, indicating the release of the film was out of his hand. And transcribed by Joe Blow's editor-in-chief, Snyder stated, "I'm not in control of it necessarily. It's not really up to me. If it was up to me, I would have already left it in a thumb drive in a bathroom somewhere." There we go. However, as the discussion continued, Snyder passed the question to Man of Steel star Henry Cavill. Cavill told him, I reckon you should just show it." Snyder continued to play coy, saying, "I can't show the movie right now because there is still a little bit to do." He then revealed a poster that reads Zack Snyder's Justice League with the HBO Max logo. That's great. That's great. 2021, we got to wait, but hey, that's fantastic. And you know what this means? If we make this a massive hit, then it could maybe bring Ben back. Now, listen, one of my biggest concerns with Ben as a human being is that he deals with his demons that he's been very public about. And I've always suggested that he just get the hell out of Hollywood. He's got kids. He's a dad. He's got an ex-wife who's Superwoman, basically, and has stuck by him and the kids. But I would love him to come back. Listen, I've always thought he's been kind of a yo-yo when it comes to politics and stuff, but as an actor, I've always liked him. And I think he's a great Batman, and I have great empathy for what he's struggling with. So I hope he gets that dealt with. And if he does, that's brilliant. That's really brilliant. If he stays sober for one day, it's brilliant. Snyder then confirmed the film will be released on HBO Max in 2021. Yes, he explained it will probably be 21, the actual release, because we have a little work to do, but we are doing it. That is freaking great. That is great. So Film Gob has just got to be beside himself. Ryan Cannell and Uche. Hey, Uche. What's up, Uche? And Lethal Lightning. Congrats, guys. Congrats. That's a victory for fandom, a true victory. We get so few. They taste so good. They taste so good. And this does relate to Star Trek. It's not a victory, but we did win something. Following the conclusion of the Q&A section of the watch party, HBO Max released a press release confirming Zack Snyder's director cut of Justice League will arrive in 2021. Wow, it seems like Warner Brothers wants to make money. March 16th, 2020, a date that will live in infamy. It was the day San Francisco was locked down. It was the day, a couple days after the NBA shut it down, and it was the day the woke era of fake, superficial marketing died. Now, it's going to take a while to work things through the system. It's not a complete victory. I wouldn't call it that at all. A respite, maybe. The pendulum swings. It goes back and forth. In the press release, Snyder stated, "I want to thank HBO Max and Warner Brothers for this brave gesture of supporting artists and allowing their true visions to be realized. Also, a special thanks to all of you involved in the Snyder Cut movement for making this a reality." Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm not going to pretend I was part of this, okay? I'm not. So listen, there was a lot of other people, there was a lot of other channels who were instrumental in this, constantly talking about it, constantly for it. My stance has always been, let it happen. Let it happen. I've always been on Zack Snyder's side. I've always thought Warner Brothers screwed him over, and this makes things right, especially what the man had to go through. Nobody should ever have to go through what Zack Snyder went through on the human level. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen to a parent. So I am happy that they did this for him. They should have done it sooner. This should have never happened. They should have given the man plenty of time to finish his damn movie. But I understand that was the old regime. So we will forgive. Now, they went and hired Jar Jar Abrams. And maybe Jar Jar was instrumental in this. And if he was, say so, man. Say so. Warner Media Entertainment and Direct-to-Consumer Chairman Robert Greenblatt added, "Since I got here 14 months ago, the chant to hashtag release the Snyder Cut has been a daily drumbeat in our offices and inboxes." There you go. Well, the fans have asked, and we are thrilled to finally deliver. At the end of the day, it is really all about them. And we are beyond excited to be able to release Zack's ultimate vision for this film in 2021. This could never have happened if it weren't for the hard work and combined efforts of the team at HBO Max and Warner Brothers Pictures. And I will add, the fans. This is great. Warner Brothers Pictures Group Chairman Toby Emmerich. Ooh. I got stories about Toby. Toby. We'll save them for another day. This is a positive thing. Also commented, "Thanks to the efforts of a lot of people, we're excited to bring fans the highly anticipated version of the Justice League." He continued, "This feels like the right time to share Zack's story, and HBO Max is the perfect platform for it. We're glad the creative planets aligned, allowing us to hashtag release the Snyder Cut." How does that feel, Snyder Cut fans? That sentence right there at the end, allowing us to release the Snyder Cut. HBO Max Chief Content Officer Kevin Riley also stated, "When Zack and Debbie shared the extraordinary vision of where Zack wanted to take Justice League, my team and our counterparts at Warner Brothers took to it as a mission to solve the many issues that stood in the way." He added, "Thanks to the partnership of Warner Brothers and the relentless pursuit of the entire Warner Max team and the fans, we're all able to deliver this incredibly exciting moment for Zack, the fans, and HBO." I love it when the fans win. I love it. I fracking love it. I fracking frellin' love it. Woo! It's nice to get good news once in a while, isn't it? You know? We get it once in a while. Sam Raimi directing a Doctor Strange movie. So, yes, the tide is turning. The Chappelle effect was happening since last year. It would have taken 2 more years to get through this, man. This year would have been brutal. And it has been in a lot of ways. Of course, I'm talking about in entertainment. We're not talking about IRL. But this is good. A lot of good is going to come with this. You're going to see, we go back to Dan Shaheen's live stream with the publishers from last week and a half ago, and they were talking to a gentleman from IDW. And the one takeaway from this live stream that I thought was positive is the guy from IDW was asked, like, what are you guys going to do, in this new era that we're in? He said, we're going to start just going with the stuff that sells, our evergreen products, going with what the fans want, that has shown a history of selling for decades, for years. That's all we've ever wanted. None of this experimental garbage and trying to make something, make something, how do I put this? You are trying to fundamentally change what superheroes are, what superhero comics are, what action and adventure is. Listen, by the end of the year, adventure would have been an alt-right dog whistle. Wanting to have fun would have been an alt-right dog whistle. Customer service is. Wanting to honor the source material is. Meritocracy is. When Hollywood is the ultimate meritocracy. It really is. I mean, yes, you got to kiss a lot of ass, but you have to be good at kissing ass. So that's still a meritocracy. So this is a victory for the fans. We don't get them very much. So release the Snyder Cut. You won. God damn, you won. I didn't think you would. And I'm happy I was wrong about that. Unfortunately, I hate to, RIP Doctor Who. We were right, but we weren't victorious. The Phantom Menace, we were right, but we weren't really victorious. Star Trek, we were most definitely right. And, well, we got them to change, but we didn't get them to change everything. So it's nice to see something just flat out win. Doesn't mean you don't fight, because eventually we're going to move ahead. When we could start, when humor can come back and when we could start joking about things and people not getting offended, I blame Twitter for that. But let's get to you guys real quick. And again, man, that is solid. Yeah, there's something, I'm not getting the correct information in my YouTube studio. I don't know if this is happening for everyone. So if there's other YouTubers out there, Jeremy, if you're out there, I don't know if they're still live streaming or not, but if anybody's out there, chime in. Did you have problems with your studio? Because I am not seeing, I'm going to try something here, folks. Give me just a moment. I'm going to have to refresh this and see if it changes anything. Hope you're all having a very good day. Hope you're all safe. And yes, it did. Okay. Wow. What the heck is going on? It changed one thing and knocked out everything else. Oh, shit. Okay. So Mary Ashmead, thank you for the, is that a cat or a fox? Farting hearts. I like that. I still think the digital watchers are a good idea. I still think digital watches are a good idea. Oh, okay. There you go. Hitchhiker. That's right. I do too, Destiny Captain. Everybody's super chats just freaking disappeared. So I'm going to have to scroll up. Here we go. Alien Matters. Gary, can you start hashtag release the CBS streaming data? Yes. Let's start it right now. Release the numbers, CBS. And that is a call from at the end of the Red Letter Media video. And that's something we've been asking for. CBS, I'll tell you right now, you release honest numbers. And you have to, by the way. They can't release fake numbers, folks, because if they do and they're caught, they're in big trouble because they are a publicly traded company. So they can't lie. They can hedge. They can make things look as positive as possible, but they can't come out and say, we have 100 million subscribers to CBS All Access. If they don't, because if somebody finds out, like a licensee or an investor, and they go, wait a minute, that would be fraud on the highest level. So they can't. So yes, CBS, release the numbers. And if you do, and I'm wrong, I'll shut up about it. But I'm guessing I'm not wrong. Plus, I've heard the numbers for the short treks. And it is pathetic. I have a video that I released yesterday that had more views than a short trek over a 2-week period. That's right. It turns out that the engagement for a streaming service is not unlike the engagement here on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to have to refresh again. Damn it. I cannot believe this crap. What is going on? I mean, you guys don't have to worry about it. It's just going to. Here, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm dealing with right now. Just so you don't think I'm fibbing with you. We're going to look at the inside of my studio. Right now, that's what it's telling me. So there's another place I can go look. Hopefully it's there. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, folks. I know this is not exciting to hear about. In the meantime, I'll babble on about. Let's talk about Batwoman. Batwoman. George, yours just popped up. Batwoman. Well, Ruby Rose quit mysteriously last night. There's a Midnight's Edge put out a video asking if she was fired. I was thinking, was she fired? But a little birdie who is aware of the situation has chimed in. Again, grain of salt. This birdie is somebody I know, okay? But this is just, they heard some gossip a while ago that that Ruby was not happy at all. She was just not. It was a grueling schedule. That's why I mentioned it a little bit in my video that this might have been like hoisted on her in a way. This job, of course, she took it. Of course, she's going to say yes, but she just wasn't happy. That it was a very troubled production, and they had somebody get paralyzed permanently. I believe a stuntman passed. I could be wrong about that. I could have sworn I heard that, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And she got severely injured, emergency surgery. And the reason she got severely injured is because she is a stick. She needs to eat some food. She is extremely unhealthily skinny. In and Out is in LA. I mean, she could afford to eat like 5 a day, and I would. With the animal fries and a shake. And she would look 1,000 times better. Healthier. That is completely unhealthy. It's fine that she is that way, but you're supposed to be selling that she's a superhero. Now, this is why comic books are the perfect medium, because you can read a comic book about Batwoman, the Batwoman, by the way, that was portrayed in a J.H. Williams, there was great covers, was a woman, looked like a woman. And you could still buy that she can kick a lot of ass. But here's what Hollywood always gets wrong about Batwoman and the Bat family. Because they always have the tendency to ground them. We need to ground Batman because he's the most believable superhero, because he doesn't have superpowers and he's rich and all this equipment. And no, he's the most ridiculous superhero. He's the most unbelievable superhero because he would be dead. He would be dead. Not having powers and Batman being able to, it's ridiculous. That's why it's always been more fantasy based. I've always seen, listen, the DC universe, at least most of its time prior to New 52, has always been the more fantastic. Think of Tomorrowland at Disneyland. That's the DC universe I remember from when I was a kid. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. That's DC. And that's the greatest thing about DC. By the way, I just got a stack of those for nothing on eBay. Some Jack Kirby, good stuff. And that's what makes DC unique. Now, everybody wants to go dark with it now, but I've never seen it that way except for Batman. Batman's a different story. But I am much more of a DC fan now than I am a Marvel fan, and I grew up lifelong Marvel fan, but now I'm way more into DC. Since Disney bought them, I'm not interested in the back issues anymore. My lifelong love of Spider-Man was just soiled by Dan Slott, the socialist Dan Slott, and his just being, I mean, I don't know how he got the job that long. He was so terrible on Spider-Man. It was just horrible. As bad as One More Day was, that didn't break my that didn't make cause me to break up with Spider-Man. It was Dan Slott's run. Oh, what the hell is going on? Okay. Jeremy, if you're out there, man, I need to hear from a YouTuber. It looks like everything's blank in our studio right now. So hang on a second. I'm gonna talk to some of my YouTuber friends in just a moment here. Check out the inside of your studio. Please, is it blank? Is it blank? I am live. I'm live right now. Can't see anything. All right, I'm going to have to read these super chats in the chat because that's the only place I can see them right now. So I do now they're there. But everything before George is missing. So forgive me for that. I will try to track him down. George Peter Gatus for $5 Hail Gary, DM'd you and emailed you. Just a heads up. Can you carve out some time to meet regarding animated spheres? Well, I can carve out maybe we can exchange emails. I mean, I don't know if you like meet like on a Skype session or something like that. Maybe, yeah, we could carve out some time, but it'd probably have to be next week because I'm talking to two different people on that one, but we can certainly talk, George, for sure. Michael Henley, because I need some badges and stuff for this channel. Michael Henley for $12, and thank you, George. Something for the Move Fund and no unicorns. You are quite the guy with all you have accomplished. Well, Michael Henley, thank you for the $12. Listen, the unicorns are unicorns. It just makes me think of Unicorn Store, the great Brie Larson directed film that I took time out of my Italian vacation while I was in Sicily in this amazing place that listen, Sugar Mama Melissa got, where we got this apartment where we're overlooking the Mediterranean, and I am watching Unicorn Store to review it for the channel. And God, did it suck. But once I found out what the whole movie was about, then I laughed. Because the movie's about the D. It is about the D. Richard Cotton for £2. Which one, Batwoman, Mighty Spock, or Henry Cavill? Which one what? Would I... Henry Cavill. Well, I am not of that persuasion. Because if I were, it'd be Henry Cavill. But I would have to say Sonequa Martin Green, she's, I mean, sorry to objectify, but she's hot. She's hot. Not as Mikey Spock, though. So, she's hotter than Ruby Rose. Because Ruby Rose, it looks like a boy. It looks like a too skinny boy to me. Too skinny. Adam C., thank you for coming to the protomolecule level. Welcome. I appreciate you. Draco Argentinius. Hail! The cat or fox named Bushiba is a Japanese Shiba Inu. Oh, so it's a dog. Okay. See, I didn't even know. Thank you. Same as Rags on EFAP. Oh, okay. Well, I see what Rags is. Hail Rags, by the way. Hail EFAP. Hail Mahler. But call it what you want. Hashtag release the owned a comic shop cut. I have a ton of video from when I was in the comic shop. I had my comic shop bod going on at the time. I was a little pudgier. It was the most pudgy time of my life. I stopped working out and terrible things. Nano Reaper for $2. Ruby Rose looks like a Pez dispenser. She does. She has a giant dome, but that is a commonality with a lot of actors. Giant domes. Huge heads. Now, my in-laws, The in-law Nerdrotics, giant heads, huge domes. Normie Claus, welcome to the Geloja level. Hail, thank you very much. Oh, we're still up. That's so good. All right. Kid Cassidy, welcome to the Proto Molecule level. Hail. Vince Hickey, what's up? Damn, I love that avatar, Vince. You know I love Inquisition avatar. By the way, Inquisition every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Alternate channels, Doomcock and Mayan, and yours truly. I just sent you an email about the best Jim Garrison documentary that I've ever seen. The email was titled Urgent Exozone Content. Jim Garrison documentary on John Barber. I will watch it tonight. Okay. Thank you. You know, I love my Exozone material. Exozone is also a show I do with Doomcock. We do it like twice a month on Thursdays. It's a paranormal show if you're into that kind of stuff. Scott Rainford for £2. Time has never been better for an Orgasmo sequel. I totally agree with that. Orgasmo has the best theme song ever. Now you're a man. That's the greatest theme song ever. What do you think about Valiant Comics? Can they pick up current slack? Not with Heather Antos. The minute they get rid of Heather Antos, yes, I have always been I wouldn't say a fan, but when Valiant came back, I loved what they did because they came back when I was running the shop. They called every shop, built a relationship with the shop owner. They didn't just call us once. They would check in, talk with us. They were polite. They were all, hey, what is a good time for me to call you once a week so we can just chat? And I loved that. So I supported the hell out of them when they started, but then hiring her, listen, I have nothing. Well, I have something personally against her. She is responsible for creating Comicsgate, which is not a bad thing, but she's responsible for helping split up the fandom. Anything that comes out against fans, I am against. And she helped perpetuate the divisiveness. So screw her. But Valiant is good. I don't want her to ruin Valiant. Valiant is good. They've got some good characters that they could make, if they had an editor who knew jack shit about it. Robert Meyer Burnett knows more. I mean, he knows a lot about Valiant, probably more than I do. Knows more than Heather Antos, their supervising editor. She's a supervising editor or senior editor. Robert Macy, thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hail, Robert. Normie Claus for $2. I nominate Daisy Taylor for the new Batwoman. You mean Kinsey Taylor or Daisy Taylor? It might be Daisy Taylor. I do too. 3D Trekker for $20. Hail, 3D Trekker. Love what you do, brother, and thank you for the shout out on Instagram. Always thank you, my friend. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Never watch such filth on an epic vacation again, dude. Unicorn Store. Your channel has the best wrenches in the business. We really do. I love every one of them. They do the best they can. It is a thankless job. Again, they do the best they can. So, and I trust them. That's why you would not have a wrench if I didn't trust you, as far as this platform is concerned. We've had some wrenches who went rogue in the past. I don't know why, but they did. It sucks to let them go. Robert Levito, thank you for the $1.49 unicorn. I greatly appreciate it. By the way, please make sure you are still subscribed. Please make sure that bell is rung. So I went to YouTube as I do every morning, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen a Star Wars girl video in a month. Maybe she's not making anything. So I checked, unsubscribed from her channel. No bell, no subscription, completely gone. So I checked again, and I am unsubscribed from John Talks, SC Reviews, and that Star Wars girl. And those are the only three I could recognize. So please make sure you're still subscribed to your favorite YouTuber and yours truly. Thank you very much. But it does happen. The Waltman 4 for $9.99. Cheers from Marin. Hail, Marin County. Decided to start my own company after losing my job to the virus ordeal. Didn't even tell us that they were shutting down the branch. God damn it. Hoping for the best. The Waltman 4 for $9.99. Thank you for donating that after your situation. I wish you all the luck in the world, and believe me, as one door closes, another door opens. Yes, it's on the nose. Yeah, it's a little cheesy, but that's how you have to look at it. Opening up a business was the best thing I ever did. It was so great not having a boss. Oh my God, it was especially somebody with authority issues. And it's great now, but I have an overlord that I definitely want to not rely on anymore. So that's why the shop is coming, because this channel will never go anywhere. I don't know if I'll always be monetized, but I don't want to rely on that all the time. So I'm going to open the shop. It will be part of it will be part of this channel, and we'll have fun. That's it. It'll be my mug club. Zero Duality. Gary, did you ever read Tech Wars by Shatner? I did the comic, and I didn't like it very much. But I don't know. Well, there were books too, right? I didn't read the books. I read Shatner's The Return. I loved that because I hated Generation so much. In my head, The Return is canon. Thank you, Zero Duality, for 2 Canadian pesos. 3 streams. Thank you for the $1.49 phallic unicorn. I appreciate it. Problem being, £1.99. Blake 7, proud of you, my lad. How's it faring? It is so good. I'm withholding opinions. I will do a live stream on Nerdrotic Live, a Blake 7's review. I will do a review. And hey, if it's 5 of us, it's 5 of us. I don't care. But damn, as I said with Farscape, what took me so long? Lars Leonard for 20 Danish krona. It's Batman. It is beyond me how Batwoman could continue now. I'll be honest with you. So I'm working on, I've said it before, a Rotten Tomatoes video, and let me reset why I make these videos, because I get asked all the time, and it's a legit question. Why do you make Rotten Tomatoes videos? They're full of shit. Well, they are. But they are the best metric to prove that the access media and the critics are full of crap. And recently, with Batwoman, they got extremely lazy. So lazy, it was easy to catch them. And I don't think they care. I honestly don't think they care. So I caught them at something. I think it's a big deal. Maybe you guys knew it already, and but and Rotten Tomatoes videos, people love them. They absolutely love them when I do them. They do the very best reviews, and Rotten Tomatoes videos are the videos that carry this channel. When there's a few days between videos and I go and check and see what the top 10 videos are in the analytics, it's always Rotten Tomatoes, and like the Rise of Skywalker review, which is still getting views, my Terminator review. So go figure. It's not, the new stuff dies out, like the Batwoman quitting. It'll do well for like a day and a half and it'll go. That's fine. But I've been working on that Rotten Tomatoes video for days. So I hate releasing stuff at night. So if I had to recut a couple of things because Ruby Rose quit. So I have to reference that a little bit, but not much. But if I have to add 2 minutes, I have to take 2 minutes out, and I got to figure out where it goes, where you guys won't notice, although now I just told you, so you're probably going to notice, but whatever, that's again. I talk too much. That's why I'm on YouTube. Matt G, thank you for the $1.49 and the unicorn. Rabbi Steve, Mazel Tov, Rabbi Steve. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do, Rabbi Steve, and all the rabbis out there and the fathers and the ministers. Thank you. As a not really religious guy, I appreciate what you do and I respect you, and you are always welcome here. Gary, you should sell some T. Louis II t-shirts. I really should. I really should. You know what? Viking Insane, embrace the meme. Embrace it. Yeah, F up. You just own it. You own it. T. Louis. Uh, Destiny Captain for $1.99. Gary, what about the 3 Stargate series? I am not going to watch all 3 Stargate series. I'll watch the main one. And we'll see how I do from there. How I go from there. I got Red Dwarf. There's like 97 seasons of Red Dwarf. I'm still rewatching Doctor Who right now. I'm rereading A Song of Ice and Fire. Oh, I didn't check this morning. This is the first morning I haven't checked. Let's go check and see if George is done with the book real quick. Hang on. Let's go to Not a Blog. One of these days, I'm going to go here and it's going to say, nope. Some big long blog about, here, I'm going to see if it mentions it here. Wins. Okay. No big news here. Oh, well, that was from April 14th. Is this new? No, that's not new. Nope, nothing new. Book's not finished. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Every day I check that. All right. Oh, now people's super chats are starting to show up. Hey, Gary. Want me to forward you a key for Brigador? It's my favorite game, and I think you would like it. Its setting, it's got great synth music too. I can read. John Doe, thank you for the £5. Yeah, thank you. Gary at Nerdrotic.com. Hell yeah. Even if it's for the music, that's fine. Kid Cassidy, welcome. They're starting to pop up now. This is so not in. Oh, this is. And thank you, Adam C, for joining the proto molecule level. Michael Henley. Thank you again for the super chat. Okay, let's read some chat. I got to figure out a way to read the super chats that came before it because I can't right now. Still gone. What the holy hell? That happened to us earlier, specifically with the super chat window. Jeremy had to wait a while and refresh. Okay, thank you, Ryan Cannell. Everybody, big hand to Ryan Cannell, my internet son, for coming in with the quick answer. Bless you, my child. That's a gold star. Gold star for my internet son, Ryan Cannell. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna try to refresh it again, and we'll see how we go. In the meantime, I'll just read the chat. Refreshing. Yeah, this is fun. And we are ghosted. No, yep, ghosted. Fucking ghosted. God damn it. What the fuck is going on? Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stargate SG-1 movie Sci-Fi Channel is why we did not get a season of 5 of Farscape. Oh, really? Is that the reason, Josh? I didn't know. I love Farscape, by the way. Farscape's a great show. Great show. Well, do I keep my promise? Do I restart again? As far as the super chats, God damn it. I'm sorry, everybody. I can't see them. So I'm going to hang to see if I can see them. In the meantime, I'll read the chat and I'll restart a freaking another one. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And then we'll go another hour. Okay. And that'll be like 2 hours. That'll be like, so yeah. So I'm going to read the chat for about 15 more minutes and then we're going to restart it because I said I would. I got to stick to my word. Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm going to stay doing this until I get public, till I stay public. I can do this shit all day. Hail Nerdrotic from corona-free Croatia. Hey. Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good over there. And isn't it because you were sewing your own masks earlier or something like that? Or, yeah, whatever you're doing, man, keep doing it. The new Messiah. Thank you for the 10 Karosha pesos? Pesos, maybe? I don't know. Oh, I'm going to keep going. I'll just keep going with another stream. Fuck this shit. I mean, like, I don't know what to say. This is ridiculous. I have to, well, for one, I found out I don't have a partner manager. I hope I get one soon so I can talk to them. But this is getting ridiculous. This is getting absolute. You know what's funny is this, I mean, this doesn't happen to Friday Night Tights, thankfully. But it's been happening to my Nooners. It didn't happen to the Inquisition. Maybe it's daytime. Maybe it's bandwidth. I'm not sure. But now all the viewer activity is gone. So I can't. So I'm just going to read chat right now. Okay. So everybody's all, no. Oh, man, no. No, I'm going to restart the stream. I'm going to fucking restart it. But we'll restart it in a little bit. Don't restart it. I found this on your page. Yes. How are you ghosted with 3,000 freaking YouTube viewers? I am here. I'll show you guys right now. So here's my Nerdrotic Live subscription page. All right. So you're going to look at my messy desk, and look at that rack. See how I got the light inside there? You like that little lightage? And here it is. So I'm on the side here. You can see me on the side right here, but I'm not anywhere. So the only way you could find it is by going direct. Look at all those Batwoman videos, man. Look at all this. Goddamn. Look at that Batwoman video. Loser clickbait jackass. Yeah, look at that. There you go. So yeah, these are people I subscribe to. And well, look at Robert Pattinson. So healthy. Yeah, my live stream is not there. So that's how you get ghosted. Nice rack. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do. Let's see what's going on here. Michael Henley. He loves a good rack. I do too. That's a nice rack. It's like Naked Gun. That's a nice beaver. Oh, thank you. I just had it stuffed yesterday. I got notified twice in my bell. I got notified for the first stream and for your second. Oh, well, that's good. Did it just happen just now or? Huh. I got all notifications, phone, email, and everything. Yeah, that's weird. I don't understand why it's happening. Well, hey, let me know. Guys, can do me a favor. Could you guys go to your subscription feeds and see if I pop up in now, not on your main panel. So you go to YouTube and you hit subscriptions. And if I'm showing up for you, I'll stay. If it's just me, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I've never seen it come back. So oh, is the audio starting to trail a little bit? Let me take a look, Heather. Yeah, there's weirdness going on right now. There's major weirdness going on with YouTube right now. Listen. God dang it. Yeah, there's something crazy going on with YouTube now. hang on. Hang on, folks. Un momento. Let me try one thing. Nope, that's not helping at all. How strange. How strange. Well, we'll keep reading the chat. Yep, I am very ghosted. I see you're live on my subscription panel, says AC Dude. Thundercats host says ghosted. Your live stream is ghosted on my subscription. Ghosted for me. Ghosted, ghosted, ghosted. Look at that. Son of a bitch. What the hell? I must be in a doghouse. I must be in somebody's doghouse because I don't know why the nooner, I made this, like I took out anything that I took out. Batwoman is fired. I took out anything nasty from, well, not nasty, but I put Batwoman, I always say Batman, Batwoman woke in my tags. I took everything out. I took absolutely everything out. Just do it live, says Kirk. Just do it live. Michael Maloney, thank you for the 99 cents. I appreciate it. And the poop. Yes. Didn't get notified for either stream. YouTube is BS. What the frack, YouTube? I am not a critic of you. I am not. But I am starting to become one. What the hell is going on? You know, they come out with this bull, and listen, it's not like it messes with my personal health. I'm not going to go be depressed or anything. But you know what? YouTubers they suffer burnout because of the way the system's been set up. And listen, mostly I know ways to avoid that by taking a vacation, but there's, I can't expect everyone to, not everyone has had the same life experience as me. So people deal with things differently, obviously. So YouTube puts out this big thing that they're worried about everybody's fucking health who's on this fucking platform right now. And you want to know what sends people off YouTube is when you arbitrarily ghost their streams, suppress their videos, favor CNN, which is about as credible as you know what? Screen Rant is more credible than CNN. Freaking Rich Johnston at Bleeding Cool is more credible than CNN. And you're favoring them, and you're suppressing people for having opinions. You're allowing companies to come willy-nilly fucking strike people down for opinions. You're letting them get away with it. And listen, I understand the DMCA stuff. I understand that you have to side initially. I do. Because that's the only way this platform will be here. Trust me, folks. If it was the other way around, the place wouldn't exist or it'd be impossible. If you put a single clip of anything, you'd be in trouble. So I don't know. Here's what my guess is. Here's my best guess. Believe it or not, there are people out there who don't like me. I know. It's hard for me to believe too. It's actually easier for Mrs. Nerdrotic to believe for some reason, but I find it hard to believe. I'm extremely charming. No, not really. But there are people out there who I am sure flag our videos. Now, I'm not saying it's happening with me. I'm not saying it's happening right now. And I do not know what the flagging process is at YouTube. I don't know if you flag a video, if it immediately goes down or there's a process it has to go through. Because I'm guessing that anytime Paul Joseph Watson makes a video, there is somebody probably flagging that shit. Like immediately. Okay? Immediately. And the fact that it makes it on the air, so there has to be a process, right? Because when you flag a video, so maybe there's somebody there, and maybe because of the skeleton crew, they can't honor the process. So what they do is default to ghosting until we have it worked out. And I've never seen a live stream get put back in the subscription feed. This ghosted thing has started when the lockdown started. So there's no coincidence there. But live streams, number one, are my favorite thing to do. If I could just live stream every single day, I would. But videos are important for the channel. I love doing them. They're fun. But if I had my preference, it would be live streaming. But here's what I'm going to have to do now. Here's what I am forced to do because I wanted to stay on this platform, which I'm going to do. But I'm going to start moving 2 nooners to Twitch. Now, Twitch isn't much better. Okay? Twitch is not much better. But what choice do I have? And I don't think I talk about anything that Twitch would freak out about. I don't get that deep into politics or anything like that. I just talk about pop culture. So we'll start with one and see how it works. And if it does, because I'm going to do, the Nerdrotic Nooner is going to be 5 times a week. And we might do 2 of them over there and then do 3 here. We've also got plans of maybe taking the Exozone over there. I don't know. And yeah, we're just going to spread it around, I guess. Didn't want to. I don't like Twitch. I don't like using it. But we'll see. Now, if I get things done today, I might test it tonight and play some Witcher. Now, I'm not going to be playing video games. I'm just going to be doing a live stream. So I don't know if they're going to like that or not. So we'll see how things work out. But I'm going to have to move ahead because this is happening with regularity now for the Nerdrotic Nooner. And it's pissing me off. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to bitch about it. You guys don't want to hear about this stuff. But only getting Nerdrotic live sub feeds, says Cesario JPN. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. Obviously, I'm in a doghouse. So I'm going to have to try to, so after the live stream, I can chat with somebody and I will find out what's going on. I'm going to tweet at Team YouTube right now. So please forgive. One moment. My channel's live streams not up for my subscribers. I cannot see any super chats at the moment. And my notifications have not been going out. I got to make sure I spell everything right, so forgive me. All right. I'm trying to be nice. Thank you. Okay, so I said, hello, Team YouTube. My channel's live streams are not showing up for my subscribers. I cannot see any super chats at the moment, and my notifications have not been going out per my subscribers. Can we get this fixed? Thank you for your time. Trying to be nice. This is the first time I've ever tweeted at him. So we'll see if I get a response. I doubt it, but and I'll try to talk to somebody later. All right, let's talk about some pop culture. Frack. Nope. Yeah, there must be some bug today. Must be some bug going on. But yeah. I'm refreshing again, and it'll probably wipe everything out again. Yep, lost 200 viewers. That's probably for me bullshit. And all the fucking super chats are gone. God damn it! Hang on, let me read what's here. What the fuck is wrong with YouTube? I don't fucking know. God, I was so, because I didn't do a nooner on Monday because I was busy. I had to, and also I was, I was on Jeremy's live stream, so I don't double live stream. Then I put it off yesterday. I was really looking forward to this one. I was fired up for this one because they released the Snyder cut and the Batwoman stuff, and this happens. Hey, I'm thankful for everyone who's here. So let's just finish this one up, and we'll try it again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. There's going to be a special nooner. Same time John Campia starts. So if you want to join him, that's okay too. But I will be starting the same time John Campia starts tomorrow. And Pharrell, Dario, exactly. And I'm going to try to read these super chats that are on the chat. So Alien Matters. Gary, remind YouTube we follow talent, not YouTube. Aw, thanks. That's nice. That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm not going to assume I'm talent, though. Never going to assume that. The year is 2042. I can't even see that one here. There we go. The year is 2042. Hey, Bob, I just heard the world will end in 20 minutes. Oh, darn. Nerdrotic just uploaded his Witcher review, and it's 32 minutes long. I'll tell you when you're going to get them. I'll tell you exactly when you're going to get them. I'm going to be taking a week off soon to go house hunting. Again, I am not a rich person. This is not an ideal time for me to buy a house. Okay? It's not. Because I can't sell my house right now. So we're going to have to rent it out. But I'm the fuck out of here. I'm out of here. So, Melissa and I need to go on the road, and yeah, I know everything's locked down, but apparently we still live in America, and we're going to hit the road, go someplace that's open. Please practice all the safety measures and safe distancing and all that stuff. I'm not saying that. Just it's been pretty tame here in San Francisco. But we're going to go house hunting. It's not, again, this isn't ideal. Melissa's going to have to walk away from her business. This sucks. This whole situation sucks, but it sucks for a lot of people. And listen, I've got it better than others. A lot of you out there have lost your jobs. I'm really sorry about that. So, but during that week, while we're gone, I am going to pre-record 2 videos that you will get while I'm gone. Star Trek Picard review, Witcher review, and maybe a third one. Cause I got to keep the channel going while I'm gone. Now I will live stream. I'm going to have a green screen set up that will have my background. And that we'll do it that way. But yeah, I can't make video. I guess I could if it's an emergency, but I'd rather not. Texas is a possibility. Comics division has almost talked me into it, man. So I'm just gonna move. Yeah, you're right. We appreciate you, Gary. Screw YouTube. Thank you, Bird of Prey 5. I appreciate you too. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I don't want to say screw YouTube, but I do now. Birdie E for $5. Thank you again. I appreciate it. And listen, I'll do a square up for anybody who's super chatted and I can't see it. There will be a square up done. I did a square up for Friday. It's on Nerdrotic Live right now, and I recorded it. And that's probably what I'll do in the future. Because I was able to give it, it was nice to give everybody their proper time. What's up, Quarter Black? Do it. Hail, Quarter Black. What's up, brother? Move to Portland. Never. Ever, never. One of my best friends lives up there, and I won't even visit him. No thanks. Listen. I'm not a fan of the Portland Mafia. We'll just say that. I'll leave it there. Motherfucker. All right, so let's talk about the Star Trek shit, okay? Because I put that video off for so long. So we got the announcement of Strange New Worlds. And right before the announcement, I knew something was coming because somebody was kind enough to tweet at me that there was a new account called Fake Trek, and Fake Trek has the same. It's got the same avatar. Okay. And this person likes to repost my video about me stating Kurtzman is, by the way, hang on. I have to comb my beard. So he likes to repost my video where I ran with the rumor that Kurtzman was fired. It was a rumor. I stated it in there. And what happened was that got conflated with Kurtzman was removed from Star Trek Picard, and Michael Chabon was brought in. Now, Kurtzman has a contract with CBS. They can't get out of it. Kurtzman's in a very similar situation than Kathleen Kennedy. There is people who do not like him, and if they could, they would get rid of him, but they can't. I understand Sherry Redstone's position. You can't restart Star Trek. You can't fire Kurtzman, get rid of everything, break down every set, and restart Star Trek. It's just impossible. It would cost ridiculous amounts of money. It would take years, and it's a risk. So they see Kurtzman still as and this is the quote I was told, an acceptable risk. My insider has acknowledged that this guy is fucking clueless, and they know it. So Star Trek is consistently caught on the launching pad. It cannot take off. Have you noticed this, right? Star Trek Discovery has changed drastically from season 1 to season 2. You will see a drastic change with Star Trek Picard season 1 and season 2 if it comes out. Okay, if. Then they announce Strange New Worlds ahead of the very female-led Michelle Yeoh Section 31 show. So it leapfrogged that. A show with a white male lead, which initially they said they would not cast. They didn't say it in so many words, but if you watch the special features like I did for Star Trek Discovery Season 1, they deliberately were casting, they were being discriminative. They were not going to hire a white male lead. They wanted a female captain. They wanted a female captain, a black female captain, which they didn't do yet. Okay. So they went through this whole process, and now we're getting Pike, number 1, Spock. And the one positive thing that came out of Star Trek Discovery Season 2, I will admit that even the people who hated Star Trek Discovery Season 2 said they liked Anson Mount. Well, liking an actor and it being written well are two different things. So 2 days before on Twitter, I'm starting to get chirped at about fucking, they're showing me all my videos and stuff. And, I don't care. I'm not taking them off. So, I mean, let's not forget about the Doctor Who rumor, which I will just throw in people's faces for the rest of time, because I was 1,000% right about that. So I ignore this shit, but I see it. I see it every day. I don't block anybody. I don't mute anybody. It's fine. I just scroll past it. It's easy to do. It doesn't bother me. But I'm like, something's going to happen. We get the announcement 2 days later. 2 days after that, they're gone. They're fucking gone. And what I loved was Red Letter Media bringing up the bots in their video. Thank you, Red Letter Media, for acknowledging that, because we have been talking about that shit for 2 years and people deny it and fucking no. CBS or somebody affiliated or a really big, crazy psycho fan is organizing stuff against us. It doesn't fucking work. I mean, it just helps us. Go ahead. I don't care, but it's happening. Okay. So Star Trek Strange New Worlds is CBS admitting failure. Absolutely admitting failure. It is a course correction. It is a clear course correction. Now, when it comes out, is it going to be the same Kurtzman garbage drivel that we've gotten in the past? Absolutely. Yes, 1,000%. If you think any differently, then I don't know what to tell you. I just, that's the kind of fan they're looking for. One who's not very discerning, one who just wants to see something that says Star and Trek. They don't really like Star Trek. They're maybe addicted to it. So, I mean, yes, there is addictions out there, and maybe they're addicted to it. I don't know. But, or maybe their entire business model relies on it. Their channel relies on it, whatever your reason. I don't really care. I just want good Star Trek. This is not going to be good Star Trek, but for all the people who think this is a victory, no, I think this is genuinely Kurtzman and Akiva Goldsman and CBS All Access in their own strange little way, extending yours truly, you in the chat, Doomcock's chat, Midnight's Edge chat, all you fans, and Olive Branch. I think it's a genuine Olive Branch. The only way Kurtzman knows how to do it. I don't think for 1 second he would ever say he's sorry. I think his motivation is to keep his job. I don't think he actually gives a fuck. But I think he recognizes that they've lost a large portion of the fan base, and without us, they don't go fucking anywhere because we're the mofos who buy the toys, the comic books, the books. And guess what? A lot of you out there are starting to buy them secondhand. I'm not saying don't buy them. Buy whatever you want, but buy it secondhand. Because that's a way you can still collect and you fucking hit them where it hurts. That's what I do with anything Doctor Who now. I don't buy a single thing from the company. And this actually hurts friends of mine. I have friends who work in and around Doctor Who, and this directly affects them. And they're pissed, believe me, that while they're caught in a conundrum, they still love Doctor Who. Now, one of my friends isn't as harsh on it as I am, but the other one is. But they like what they do, and I understand that. And they're under the impression that this will pass. Well, I'm not. So this is Kurtzman and Akiva Goldsman extending the olive branch. Kurtzman will probably have very little to do with this series other than have an EP, maybe write an episode. But Akiva Goldsman is terrible. He's just terrible. He is awful. So it's 2 years away. Picard is 2 years away. Section 31 will not happen. I've heard that the Nickelodeon show, although it was funded, might not happen now. Force majeure. It might get force majeured. Lower Decks is happening. Star Trek Discovery Season 3 is happening. And yes, I've heard the rumor that it is completely done. They've torn down the sets, and I will pass that rumor on. I don't know if it's true, though. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's true. I certainly hope it is because it's a terrible show. And I freaking promise you, because I said this last time, and I hate to go back on my promise, I will not be covering a Star Trek Discovery Season 4. If it happens, it happens. Great. And I'm out to lunch on whether or not I'm going to do Season 3. We'll see. I think at this point, I'm just helping the show. So I don't know. I mean, I need content, but how much can I say a show sucks? So I'll certainly do the pilot, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I will cover every episode of Strange New Worlds, though. I will. Star Trek Discovery Season 3, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do videos. I don't know about live streams. Or maybe I'll just do live streams. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. God, it chaps my hide. So, there we go. Let's read this article from Bounding into Comics. This goes right into what I was saying. Oh. Crap. Hang on. Sorry, folks. There we go. All right. Star Trek alum Jeffrey Combs claims there is a chasm between what fans want and CBS desires. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. That is very astute. Star Trek alum Jeffrey Combs, who played a number of characters on Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Star Trek Enterprise, recently commented on the chasm between what fans want and CBS desires for Star Trek. Combs has played some of the most memorable roles in the franchise. He brought to life Weun and Male Vorta, who was cloned at least 8 times, with a number of them encountering the Federation during the Dominion War in Star Trek DS9. He also played Andorian Commander Shran in Star Trek Enterprise. Shran was a realistic Andorian whose relationship with Captain Archer played a major role in ending hostilities between the Andorian and between Andoria and Vulcan. His actions also led the Andorians to become founding members of the United Federation of Planets, which is now xenophobic. On Voyager, he had a minor role playing Penk, the coordinator of the blood sport, I cannot pronounce this, Sunkats, where he captured 7 of 9 and Tuvok, and had 7 fight in the games in exchange for medical help for Tuvok. I remember that episode. So Combs' comments come a day after CBS All Access announced there is a new Akiva Goldsman-led Star Trek Strange New Worlds series that is being marketed as a return to the franchise optimism. Again, course correction. Course correction. They just acknowledged that Star Trek was dark shit. His comments came after a fan noted that he had been apart from a number of the Star Trek shows in the past. Okay. Fun fact, Jeffrey Combs is and always will be the only actor in Star Trek who's played a part since he was 12 years old. That's awesome, by the way. I love that. Combs would jokingly reply, "Since I was 12, wow. You learn something every day." Another fan would express their desire to see him in another Discovery, Picard, and Strange New World series. You're the ultimate chameleon. Thank you. Nice thought. But the chasm between what fans want and what the studios want makes the chances of that happening slim to none. And Slim left town. Boom. Boom. As a fan of Star Trek, Jeffrey's comments, though realistic, are heartbreaking. However, given how they are marketing Star Trek Strange New Worlds with a return to optimism, there might be some hope for the franchise. Is this written by Jorge? This has got to be Jorge. Yep. Jorge is a little more optimistic. I'm going to tell you, guys, don't get suckered by this shit. This is the same people who fell for Picard. How do you feel after Picard? They killed Picard, copied him, made him a robot so he can experience the life of a marginalized synth. These are the same fucking idiots writing this show. Don't be a sucker. Don't be a sucker. Hashtag CBS shows the fucking numbers. While it gives me an inkling of hope, it appears that Combs does not feel the same way as his comments come a day after the Strange New Worlds announcement, and the show is even mentioned by the fan as a possibility to have him make an appearance. While it doesn't appear Combs will be returning for Star Trek anytime soon, he's still working and and has become a go-to for voice acting, recently bringing the life of Scarecrow and Kite Man in the Lego DC superhero villains video game. See, voice acting work would be the only work I would want to do in Hollywood because I can do it from my house. That's awesome, though. See, that's brilliant. He looks great right there. Folks, Jorge, I love you, Jorge. But I want to talk you down from this one because you're just, I hate to see people get disappointed. And you're just going to be disappointed. This is Akiva Goldsman. This is Sonar in Space. He wrote a lot. He wrote a few episodes for Picard. And I think he was instrumental in it because I think Shaban was over his head. And after I've seen a Akiva Goldsman series. It was called Titans. And I will tell you right now, Picard felt way more like it was Akiva Goldsman than Michael Chabon. Not letting him off the hook. I don't think he had the talent. Michael Chabon is very good at writing his shtick in books, but just because you can write novels doesn't mean you can write scripts. I think he's kind of a one-trick pony, to be honest with you. Like, I wouldn't read any high fantasy from Michael Chabon. Let's get to... What's up, Tom? Yeah, there's some fucking nonsense going on with YouTube right now. I'm pissed. Yep. I see Marcus saying you can always stream on Twitch. Yep. Can I identify as a deer and eat the chat? That wasn't weird. That wasn't weird at all. Joe Rogan has left YouTube for Spotify. Twitch is into 1984 territory. Also, a friend of mine plans to audition for Batwoman, and if they discriminate against her based on her sexuality, she says she'll sue. Lady Gravemaster, yes. Some actor, please audition for Batwoman and force them. Because that is fucking against the law. They're breaking the fucking law. And they said they intend to break the law, which means they've done it in the past. Thank you, Lady Grabmaster. Yes. So my thoughts on Joe Rogan leaving. YouTube fucked up. But, there's a big but. He's got a huge podcast following already. That's kind of what he started with, so that's fine. But he hit stratosphere because of YouTube. So I think it'll be very similar to Ninja. So the minute I heard he was going to Spotify, I went to my Spotify app, which I've honestly never gone to. And it's not very intuitive. As a matter of fact, it sucks. So I went to top 20. I hit the top 20. And you know what the top 20 was? New York Times, NPR, some fucking all mainstream shit. Joe. Now, I know they're trying to get away from that, but now Joe is... I love Joe. I will listen. I will continue to listen. I will go to Spotify. I don't think it's behind a paywall. They're going to have video too, which is great. And as a matter of fact, it inspired me to put my podcast on Spotify. Now I have to go through a different server. So the Nerdrotic podcast will be on Podbean. I think Podbean. I'll use Podbean. So you can get it on Spotify. But you're not going to be able to get the backlog because I have 1,000 podcasts. I'm not going to. So just go to Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic.com is where all my podcasts are. That's where every single one of them is. Even the ones that aren't on YouTube. If you, for some reason, are really bored and want to listen to what I said about something 5 years ago. I had my best meltdown on a podcast that you've never heard. Which was after I saw Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I told the story of my last legit moment of nerd rage. I haven't had it since. I've had nerd annoyance, but I haven't had nerd rage. So when, spoilers, Gwen Stacy dies in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I flipped my shit. So much so, I had to walk out of the movie theater and Mrs. Nerdrotic was pissed at me. So, and I tell that story. I don't know what that got me at. But yeah, Joe Rogan... It's like a ninja situation. He's not going to grow like he would have on YouTube. Maybe he's as big as he wants to be. I don't think he's going to make Spotify a thing. I wish, but my first experience at Spotify is as mainstream as hell. And that's not what we want, right? I mean, we want the exact opposite of that. I don't know. I'm going to stay here as long as I can. And I eventually will probably, and this is going to kill my growth too. I'll just go to my own website and I'll put everything everywhere. I'll be on YouTube. I'll be everywhere as much as I can, but this is where you can grow. And it's because the algorithm, and it gets worse and worse every year, but it sucks. But I love Joe Rogan. Fucking love Joe Rogan. And I wish him all the best, and he's going to make millions of dollars, and it's going to be like Ninja's situation. Matt Guy for £2. Hey, Gary, ever thought about moving to the UK? I did when I was there. Here's why I probably won't. Now I'm happy about Brexit, but y'all got some rules over there that I just, and I don't know if you'd let me live there, Matt Guy. I am a felon. I am a 2-time felon. So while I can visit your country, I don't think I could work there or live there. I don't think they'd let me. But I love the UK. And once things are unlocked down, we had to cancel our trip. We were supposed to go in October. Apollomi's Minion for $10. Here's a few for your move. Thank you. I appreciate it. Birdie Eve for and it's good to see you. Birdie Eve for 10 pounds. The year is 20. Did I read this one? Oh, Bernie Eve for 10 pounds. The year is 2022. Hey, Bob, Nerdrotic just uploaded his Picard review. What? Is what? Never heard of it. Well, nor have I, Bob, but it looks like a senile old man gets kidnapped by space elves. Yes. 2022. Shamecat for $2. Release the Lord and Miller cut of Solo. Yes. Dude, it's probably better. Mr. Insanity for $1.99. Getting 4K more viewers than Kevin Smith right now, or 4 times more viewers than Kevin Smith right now. I am, and I'm ghosted. Wow. Here's a little something for your move, Gary. Hope it helps a little. Big Daddy MRI for $9.99. Everything you guys do helps. You being here helps. You supporting the channel helps. You help my sanity. I hope I deserve this. I mean, thanks. Thank you. Matt G, thank you for the birthday cake sticker for $1.49. 13th Warrior for $2. Thanks for sticking it out. Stunning and brave. Stunning and brave. Stunning. Thank you, 13th Warrior. Matthew Gerwig for 20 Canadian pesos. It can be optimistic all at once. Trek will not return until bad reboot aesthetic ethos is eradicated. CBS can make any goddamn series they want. Spock, Kirk, romance? Sure. Pike getting spanked by number 1? Go for it. Exactly. Do it. Do it. Make all the shit you want. I will not watch it. I will not support it. I will not watch it I have to review it, but you know what I mean. Not going to buy any of your shit. And you, Matthew, I promise you that they will reference that. They will bring Kirk in and they will reference that. I keep forgetting what it's called. Slash. Yes. They will reference the slash fiction. I fucking promise you. And listen, Kurtzman, he will bake so many middle fingers into Strange New Worlds because he's probably resentful that he's has to resort to make this. But listen, I think the guy is a blank. He's a big nothing, and he's willing to say or do anything to get his job. It is clear Roberto Orci was the talent of that partnership, and if Roberto Orci was involved, I think it would probably be better. The guy's a dick, but it would be better. He was a Star Trek fan, at least. Kurtzman doesn't know shit, okay? Doesn't know shit about Star Trek, and I promise you, he has not watched every episode of Star Trek. Nobody who was involved in making decisions for Star Trek as far as executives, Heather Caden, Akiva Goldsman, Michael Chabon, they have not watched every episode at least once, which you should if you're running the series. Loch Ness Mobster for $2. Despite YouTube's best efforts, we're still here. Thank you. I appreciate that. The beautiful and honorable Queen Wrench, Mary Asmead, would officially word that we could drop F-bombs in here. Would like the official... Yes, you can drop F-bombs in the chat. Yeah. You can't drop... you cannot drop... well, there's the word that rhymes with bags. You cannot drop... yeah, I mean, just listen, you could drop F-bombs. Try to hide them if you want, but I mean, if you need to drop an F-bomb, drop an F-bomb. Just keep in mind that does adversely affect the live stream, but yes, you can. You can drop F-bombs. I'm not gonna, the only thing you can't do is spam. I am not a free speech absolutist. You drop N-bombs, you're out. And I mean, not just out, you're out. Like no racial shit at all, period. Not even for fun. Now, listen, I'm sorry to be stuck up about that, but that stuff can harm the channel. So, and generally the people who do that are trying to harm the channel. I know you guys would never do that. So, even in jest, I'd love for us to be able to joke about that shit and we can all have a good laugh. And, but we don't live in those times right now. Move to Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, or North Dakota. We need more comic shops in the flyover states. Out of those states, which one would I live? South Dakota, because my dad's from South Dakota. Killer Ranch, my dad's from Roscoe, South Dakota. Thank you for the $10. But it gets too fucking cold. And it gets too cold. Yes, you do. Hey, you know how I got comics in a town with 300 people? There was a drugstore, a little convenience drugstore, and he bought all the strip cover comics. See, DC would take their returns, strip the covers, and resell them in rolls. And that's how I read comics. That's how I discovered Neil Adams. In a summer in 1978 or 9, I bought a roll of comics and I read my first Neil Adams Batman. What kind of felon? Did you beat up somebody for insulting Star Trek? John Browering. No, I am not. I am not a violent felon nor a creeper felon. We'll just say that. I'm neither of those two things. I am the kind of felon that had drug problems. Lots of drug problems in my youth. I was addicted to alcohol by the age of, I've always been an alcoholic, but I started drinking regularly at 12. So I was drinking almost daily at 12. I was able to procure booze through the migrant workers. Is that what we're calling them now? The migrant workers who would hang out in front of 7-Eleven. If you gave them, you would say, hey, go buy me a 6-pack or a 12er or something, or a bottle of tequila. And what you do is you give him $20. He gets you the bottle. He keeps the change. And yeah, it was that expensive. So if we wanted and they did it all the time. All the time. I'm trying to find the old. Give me a moment. Have the missus jump on the road trip live stream. Dark Star 76 for $2. Oh, we'll bring on Mrs. Nerdrotic has been on before. She's been on before. She used to do reviews of Westworld with me. We will have Mrs. Nerdrotic on. Maybe we'll bring her on a Friday Night Tights. Okay. I'm going to try to find the old super chats. I'm going to have to do a square up. Yeah, this sucks. Huh. All right, let's try this. Nope. Let's try this. Nope. All right. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up right there. I'm going to work on my video once my voice comes back. And I'm going to do a nooner at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. We're also doing an Exozone later in the afternoon. So I'll be live twice tomorrow. And we'll do the Exozone on Nerdrotic Live. We have a lot of really, really good, juicy UFO stuff to talk about. So that's going to be great. So join us there at, I think 3 Central, but don't quote me on that. I got to talk to Doomcock first, and I haven't talked to him today. Move to New York. We're not as uptight as Californians. I don't know about that, Watcher 7180 for $5. You could have a comic store there. You know what? In large portions of New York, outside of the city, yeah, I would agree with you. Yes. California used to be laid back. We used to not give a shit about anything. And now it is a bunch. You're right. We are fucking uptight. That is fucked. What happened to my beloved California? Oh, Chairman Newsom happened. I don't like that dude. He was my mayor here. Let me tell you what kind of guy Chairman Newsom is. Chairman Newsom slept with his best friend's wife, who happened to be his campaign manager right after he won him an election to be mayor of San Francisco. That's Chairman Newsom. Hey, nobody's perfect. I'm not going to judge him forever for that. But, I'm a double felon. I turn things around. He goes totalitarian. So I don't know. But that's that. All right, folks, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you all for sticking with me throughout this very crazy nooner, not a usual nooner. When I come back tomorrow, we will get more. We will talk more about the release, the Snyder Cut, and we will talk about more Batwoman. I'm going to try to see if I can find out more stuff. And there is a lot of Star Trek rumors behind the scenes that I will share with you tomorrow. I just got to make sure. I got to talk to my guy to make sure it's okay to do it. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Am I going to make a Star Trek video? I don't know. I don't think people care. I honestly don't think people care. I have one made, but I need to add to it a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. I thank you for you guys. I mean, your support is, it's humbling. It's great. It fills me full of joy. It does. You guys make my day. Travis Tabal, thank you for becoming a member at the Geloja level. Thanks to all the wrenches again. You guys did an amazing job. What's up, Gil? How you doing, buddy? So we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Look out for the Rotten Tomatoes video it's done, but I got to add stuff to it. So that should be out soon. In the meantime, everybody have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. Not all who wander are lost. And I almost said my old saying. I don't know why I did that. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. I used to say, may the small folk sing songs of your greatness. Ciao.